New Albany, Jeffersonville, Cincinnati, and they all kind of converged right here.
Well, a century and a half ago, Fountain City, known as Newport at the time, served as a key point for enslaved people desperate to find their way to freedom. And in Fountain City, Levi and Catherine Coffin opened their door to more than 1,000 of them.
That's right, and soon enough, their home became known as the Grand Central Station of the Underground Railroad. So I'm taking you inside their home during this Black History Month.
If Levi and Catherine Coffin's house could talk, it would share countless stories from all 8 rooms about helping more than 1,000 people escape slavery. With his tour, Aaron Martin takes you back in time to 1839.
So on a day like this, we do not have a whole ton of light.
He gives tours of this historic site as the program developer. To Martin, preserving and sharing the Coffin House history,
It is almost completely original.
is vital to learning Black history.
A lot of this is brand new to most people.
Not many people know about the story of these Hoosiers who risked their lives to house, clothe, and feed the freedom seekers. As much as the Coffins risked, the freedom seekers risked more.
We need to talk about it. It's an important part of our history. We can take the lessons from the freedom seekers and know how the start of this country has affected them down to this day.
Their stories are devastating, but there is success. Every person who passed through the Coffin House eventually found freedom. One of the largest groups came from south of here. Catherine heard them knocking on their side door.
Catherine asks who it is, and the person responds, "All Kentucky." It's a pretty confusing answer, but Catherine just says, "Bring all Kentucky in." Turns out to be 17 freedom seekers in 2 wagons.
They knocked on the doorstep of compassion at the Coffin House. Located on Highway 26, some Hoosiers in this Quaker community worked to help the Coffins, especially when bounty hunters visited. From the 3rd-story hiding space to the basement,
Let's go see my favorite thing, shall we?
the Coffins prepared to serve others as their equal. They had everything in one space, including a water well.
He had freedom seekers coming to him all times of day and especially at night, and he didn't want to have to send someone to an outdoor well to get water for them.
Even the Coffin's barn held a horse carriage to hide and transport former slaves to their next stop on the Underground Railroad. Their work was a drop in the bucket to end slavery. But Catherine and Levi Coffin played an important role.
As we talked about, he was called the president of the Underground Railroad, and he held that title until 1870. When he officially laid it down, slavery was over, and his work was done.
When Levi Coffin died in 1906, the Black community paid for his tombstone. Now staff at the Coffin House provides tours for adults and students Wednesdays through Sunday. And we have a link to the website for tickets and times at WRTV.com.